go ahead and introduce yourself?
Roger Northrop Jr.
All right, Roger. Last time we talked about now second half of the season, South Bend. How'd you finish out?
Didn't end up with no wins, but I actually did finish pretty strong. I got fast time almost every night after the motor broke, got back, so did pretty good. Car was pretty good, but just for some reason couldn't get that #1 spot.
What's it like out there racing with all those? There were a lot of new guys last year in the sportsman division. What's it like racing against all those new guys?
Yeah, it's tough when you go somewhere, or just even when they come here and you race with somebody you don't know who you're racing with, so you don't know how you're going to act around them. But for the most part, everybody did pretty good. I try to help out when I can. If somebody's off the pace, I try to go. It's easier on everybody if we're at least somewhat close to the same speed as far as wrecks and stuff like that. So yeah. I don't mind. I like racing with all the guys. So, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And I noticed it took you a while to get your motor back after you broke it. That long process?
Yeah, that was a tough one. It dropped the valve, so it pretty much ate up the head and the piston and got into the block, so it wasn't a quick fix. Pretty expensive fix, actually. But yeah, it took a little bit. I don't have a spare motor. That's the sucky part when you try to point race. You have a spare motor. But I wasn't in the position to have a spare motor, so it kind of screwed me for the rest of the season.
So are you excited for the Gambler this year since you missed last year?
Yeah, it seems like I've missed that race every time.
Yeah.
The year before that, I had that Camaro body. I didn't get the race in because my body parts didn't come till the day before because they don't come from lanes.
Yeah.
When you order that kind of body, so I missed it there, and then the motor broke. And I'm hoping to run it this year. That's one of my main goals. Definitely run that. I'm sure.
That's cool. So tell me a little bit about your plans for 2019.
Well, for the most part, I'll probably be at South Bend, but like I was telling you, there's their Galesburg race. That's a pretty big race. And South Bend's having their big race with us, and I think New Paris is having 1 or 2 races for $1,000 to win or something. And I want to try to go to Kalamazoo a couple times just to see if I'm competitive with those guys. And so I'll probably be moving around a little bit, but for the most part, I'll probably will end up in South Bend.
Is there a big rules difference between Kalamazoo and South Bend when it comes to the sportsman class?
No, I don't think so. That's one of the reasons why I went to this class, because of the bodies are pretty much all the same. They all have the one basic body rule. And, all the rest of the rules are pretty common. So, yeah, not much. It's not too bad.
So, what's your feelings on the 5-star bodies that just came out? After having the Camaro.
That makes me so mad because I texted the guy, the 5-star, before that body come out and asked him if it was going to be in plastic, and he said yes. I already bought this.
Yeah.
So it's like $2,600, I think, for that body.
Dang.
And I just paid that for this body, last season. So I don't know. Probably next year I'll probably end up back with it. It just sucks because I really like the Camaro bodies.
You ever gonna run any CRA or anything like that?
I got to talk to my silent crew chief, but possibly. We went down to Anderson at their last race. We qualified 4th, ended up 3rd. Only been there twice, so I'd like to go to Anderson. I've been to Winchester once and got crashed, so I never really went back. But I'd like to go to those 2 places for sure. And Anderson is a blast.
Yeah.
So definitely would like to try to. But full season in a CRA is, it's
tough.
And again, I don't have a spare motor, so I hate to commit to points, and then you got that in the back of your mind now. After you break a motor, you're always thinking about that. So,
how much does a motor cost for a sportsman like this?
That motor was actually in my late model. It's an old NASCAR motor back from the 90s, a 358 9-to-1. But it's, I paid $7,000 for the motor back in 2013. But it'd probably take $15,000 or so to build it.
Yeah.
I just took the dry sump pump off when I sold late model and made it a wet cell motor, so I can put it in here.
Cool. So pretty tough out there running against Rodney and the Presslers.
Yeah, Nick's pretty. I've raced with them guys forever back at Jones and stuff, so I always like racing with them guys.
Yeah.
We've never gotten along most of the time, but then again, we do get along. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's cool. I like that kind of stuff. You know, Nick's fun to race with. He's fun to hang out with, actually.
What makes them so competitive and so tough to beat?
Well, they grew up doing it right, for one. I mean, and they got good people behind them.
Yeah.
They can drive, so you got that little bit of talent in driving, you know, and the rest takes care of itself. So, and they want to win just like all of us do, but you know, I want to win just as bad too. So
Yeah.
I like racing with people like that. It makes you better if you're racing with people that are good. So.
And how do you feel about some of these new kids that just announced that they're moving up to sportsmen?
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a lot of them, but you know, like I said, you got to start somewhere, I guess. And I welcome it, just you know, as long as they don't get in over their heads.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Just I always try to tell people, just worry about finishing races when you first start out instead of trying to win them. Just worry, because you can't win if you don't finish. So
Yeah.
just try to finish races is the biggest thing.
All right. Any new news on your car for 2019? Anything new about it?
Well, other than still trying to lock down sponsors.
You got a fan page or a website people can go to help you with
I got
your
a fan page on Facebook.
Facebook? You got a website or anything like that?
No, not for the racing.
So if somebody wants to sponsor you, how can they get a hold of you?
You can get a
Facebook?
hold of me on Facebook, or you know, call me, or however.
Okay.
I think I got Southwestern again. This will be their third year, so. And I still have Hackers Golf and Games and Spanky. He's the, I don't know if you ever noticed, he's the old guy in the
Yeah.
Brandon track. He's actually the one that bought all this stuff originally, so.
Oh, that's cool.
He's like a silent partner. And Brian, you forget about Flying Brian.
Flying Brian Ross.
Whenever I need something I can't figure out, he's always the person I call. So.
All right. And what's the benefits of sponsoring a car like this?
For me, I can, you know, it's good tax write-off because I have a business stuff, so I can get you a good tax return on that. But I mean, if you got a car that runs up front all the time, you get talked about more. So
You're always setting fast time.
Yeah,
and
so people are looking and talking and get
And
your name out there.
if you do go to multiple tracks, that's multiple exposures. So
Yeah, definitely. And we're pretty fast wherever we go, I think. I mean, I haven't tried Kalamazoo as sportsman yet, but when we went there with the late model, we were pretty good. It's just an adventure.
and anything helps donation-wise, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't turn anything down. I don't have set prices. You know, whatever you can. You know, obviously, the more money, the bigger the
sticker.
letters. So,
Yeah.
I had a woman give me $50 to put a name of her dog on the side of my car once. So, you know, I don't
that's
turn
cool.
anything down. I mean, tires are $400 for a set. You know, most of my money last year for sponsorship went to the motor, and that didn't even cover it. So, I was screwed. As soon as the motor broke, all my money went away for sponsorship. But yeah, I don't turn anything down. I like having as much names.
As much name as possible.
I like the, you know,
Go back to the '80s where there was stickers everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I come from drag racing, so that's why I like stickers so much. But you know, like Hackers. Me and PJ went to school together, so he's always sponsored me. He said, well, I can take the car out to Hackers and let it sit out there for a day or two.
So you do a lot of promos.
Oh yeah, I'll take the car anywhere and just show it off. Because I always try to promote our sport too, because you know it is getting slow. The way I look at it, it's not as popular as it was when I was younger. So it's try to keep that next generation going.
So big plans for South Bend this year, going for a championship.
It's probably going to be tough because, like I said, that Galesburg race is on a Saturday, and it's the second race of the season. So, but it's paying a lot of money to win, so it's kind of hard to pass that up.
But even with that, you're still going to try to run for points.
Yeah, I'll still, like I said, I'll still be at South Bend. You know, Kalamazoo's on Friday, so that won't hurt me too much. But yeah, It's close for me. It's like 15 minutes to get to the tracks.
To Kalamazoo?
To South.
Oh, South Bend. No, sorry, I was gonna say, man, it takes me about an hour.
Oh yeah, Kalamazoo it's all day. And plus, I have to leave on a Friday, so that makes it tough.
Yeah.
For me, because I'm working.
I think that makes it tough for everybody, but sometimes it's worth it.
Oh yeah, I like
If they
it.
put on a good show up there.
Yeah. And I just want to know if I'm competitive or not, because what is that, Buddy Head up there, and
All those guys are tough up there.
That's money up there, so
Yeah.
I like being the underdog.
Well, I mean, if you can compete against the Presslers and Rodney, I don't think you'll have any problem keeping pace with them for the most part.
Yeah, like I said, Rodney, Nick, and they're pretty fast. It's fun. It's fun when we got a little group like that. Really, it's a fight for who gets the lead over there. It's the way I look at it. Whoever gets out front first pretty much got it.
Or whoever can get that top line going first.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing there too, getting that top line to work. That's why I always practice and everything. I always stay in the top group until it's time to qualify. I'll never run the bottom until it's time to qualify.
Yeah.
So if you make the car work on the outside, it's going to be really good on the bottoms.
Cool.
Plus, you get used to running it out there. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Probably turns better up there, doesn't it?
To me, it does, because where they put that, like off of 4, where they put that big concrete patch, there's no grip there. And when they put that coke down on the outside groove, if you put your right sides right where that black starts, car turns good, but you got to be up a little bit off the bottom for that. Bottom is good for racing, but it's not always the best. I like to run the outside, but
I think it makes it a lot more exciting when you got two grooves fighting for
yeah, it is.
speed up there.
It's a lot of fun. And like I said, I don't even care who wins. I just like battling.
Battling,
If you can get a side-by-side battle for 10, 15 laps, that's what I thrive for. That's a blast to me. Me and Phil Bolzell had that when he come to South Bend. We raced side-by-side for 6, 7 laps for 3rd or 4th place.
Yeah.
And I went up to him and we were just, it was just exciting. We were all happy and like, that was cool, that was fun, you know what I mean?
I got a video that I've used a couple times of you, Rodney, and somebody else, the three of you just battling for like 5 laps straight. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love that. That's what gets me going. It's just exciting.
All right. Anybody you want to shout out for 2019 coming up or mention?
Just hope my sponsors come back, like the mentioned Southwestern Michigan College, because they were a big help for the last couple of years. I mean, they're pretty good about it. And George Spanky, hopefully he'll be coming to the track a little more this year. And it's hard at South Bend for him to get to the track because he's on that little scooter.
Yeah.
It's all hilly, you know what I mean? So he can't really get there and watch the race. So hopefully I got him a better scooter so he can get up the hill and watch. But other than that, no, we're ready. We're almost ready. Get the shots back, we'll be ready.
All right, well, yeah, I appreciate you having me down.
Right on. Thanks.
Yep.